Hello, my CSEA brothers and sisters, and welcome to Fridays with Ben. I have just a few things. One of them is last month at our CSEA State Board meeting, Tony Thurmond was on. Tony, I've spoken to him since then. He really appreciates our classified staff. He really appreciates CSEA, and he texts me all the time, and it's great to have a superintendent that's actually asking questions. You know, Tony put together a Zoom panel about reopening schools. I got invited to be on that panel. Many of you saw it because I was looking down the participants list, and oh my gosh, I was like, hey, I know that person and that person. If you didn't see that panel, you can go to the Facebook page for the California Department of Education. CSEA belongs to the Education Coalition, which is made up of the unions in our schools, our management groups, and PTA, and the School Boards Association. That coalition, the Education Coalition, has had a press conference, and we did that today. The press conference was to let the media know how we felt about opening schools safely, and that we were one united voice doing it. You know, it's nice to hear all of them speaking basically in one voice right now. And the basic message is we cannot open schools without all the staff. In fact, we may need more staff because of the way schools are going to need to be opened. And we can't do any of that if there's going to be cuts to education, especially in this era of COVID-19. So brothers and sisters, speaking of unity, when I got elected as your president, I told everybody that I was going to be preaching a message of unity and positivity to everybody. And that's what I've been doing. You know, I have been telling you that we all need to be united. Right now, that's more important than ever. There is no need for negativity. There is no need for drama. There is no need for us to be fighting with one another. We all need to be speaking in one united voice. It's not about this or it's not about that. It's about everything and everybody. We all need to be together. It's so nice to see all the other unions and all of us talking and speaking about opening schools safely. But we also need to make sure our voice is heard in our school districts and that they understand that we need to open up the schools safely. I have received calls from superintendents since I was on that panel asking me questions about opening up schools. You know, Ben, when I heard you speak about cleaning supplies, we hadn't even thought about how our budgets for cleaning supplies were going to have to be increased because of this COVID-19. You know, I said, if I was still working in my school district right now and you have a gallon of cleaner that you use, and that gallon of cleaner, let's say, lasts for a week, is it only going to last for a day now? Is it going to last for a half a day? You know, we don't know until we start using it to disinfect all the doors and all the railings and everything that needs to be disinfected daily. In my opinion, we're going to need a lot more cleaning supplies. It did my heart good to know that some of these superintendents were actually listening. It made me sad that they were calling me and they weren't calling their chapter president or whatever, but I told them to. I said, you need to be talking to the people in your chapter. You need to talk to them about their ideas about opening up schools. I sleep very little right now, ever since this COVID-19 thing has started. I seem to wake up in the middle of the night thinking about this scenario of our budget and that scenario, and it's exhausting, you know, but I do it because of you guys. We all need to have that mentality. If you're a chapter president, you were elected in that position to look after your membership. We need to keep that in mind with every decision that we make. I do that with every decision that I make. I make sure that you are in my thoughts when I make those decisions, because it's not something that's just affecting me. It is something that is affecting everybody in CSEA. I keep thinking to myself that we are so much stronger when we are united. A lot of you know that I used to coach high school sports. I coached cross country, track and field, and I coached football. All of my most successful teams were the ones that worked together. The ones that weren't successful, they were teams made up of individuals. Teams can only be successful if they're willing to work together for the same goal. Go out and make yourselves a team. Work with not only your e-boards, but make sure you're working with all of the members in your chapter to make sure they all understand that their input is valuable, that you care about them. A lot of our chapters put out newsletters. Right now, in my opinion, the best thing that you can put in your newsletter is a big thank you across the front page. I said this the other day on a meeting. If you know phone numbers, cell phone numbers of some of your members, just send thank you. Type those two little words, thank you, and send them to one of your members. That is going to start a conversation that might turn into something absolutely amazing. You might get a member who wants to be an activist because they felt that you cared about them. So brothers and sisters, enjoy your weekend coming up. Just letting you all know the planning for conference is going on. Things change every single day. More information is going to be coming out about that soon. But please, just keep smiling. Let's all work together to make sure that CSEA is as successful as possible.